Dane Cook's album sales have made him the hottest comedian in the country, with many of his hilarious bits involving people being maimed in some way.
There are two things I like to do on stage: talk about violence and repeat the same thing I just said a different way. I like to mention people being hurt, and I like to regurgitate the punchline that wasn't funny the first time you heard it.
But Dane wasn't always at the top, and his tendency towards comedy about violence almost ended his career as his shows turned into dens of destruction. Tonight, only on Behind the Music That Sucks.
You guys aren't gonna believe this. I saw a man get hit by a bus, and his children watched him die. It was hilarious. The kids visually perceived the passing of their father. Not only that, but his arm fell off, and I'm not making this up. It landed in my lap, and I shook the hand. Violence is always funny. If I kick you in the crotch, I would feel laughter. If I were to meet my foot with your nutsack, humor would be found. If force were to come in contact with your genitalia...
In 2006, Dane conceived, wrote, directed, advertised, pitched, produced, edited, sold, organized, and drew up the contracts for the HBO series Torgasm.
The idea for Torgasm came to me in a dream. I wouldn't have done it, but in that dream, I was a really talented and skilled comedian.
But Dane's not all about violence. One of his most hilarious bits tells how people should give 2 middle fingers instead of 1 when really pissed off, or as Dane calls it, the super finger.
I like to invent something and then shove it down people's throats, which is a hell of a lot easier than crafting a real joke. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna punch this kitten in the face. My fist is going to meet the cat's cheek and eye socket with a pummeling. I'm going to shoot a cannonball at this old lady. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. A ball from a cannon will be shot at her body and head.
Finally, one night at Uncle Shecky's Yuck Yuck riot barn of good times and laughs and margaritas, a riot broke out as fans took a bunch of Gallagher watermelon hammers and made a fire pit. In the frenzy, the crowd moved to sacrifice Dane.
Woo! Let's chop Dane's head off! Won't that be hilarious?
My back was against the wall. All I could think to do was give those guys the super finger.
It was a good thing that Dane was narcissistic enough to reference his own joke, because his super finger began talking to him. Turns out Dane's super finger had superpowers.
Dane, I am your all-powerful super finger. I am the reason you're a famous comedian without actually being funny. Now let me put a hex on these fans. From now on, any average comedy fan will be a bumbling idiot that only cares about Dane's Cook.
Dane, sign this autograph. You rock. I have a brother in Tempe. Ever play down there?
Today, Dane Cook is on top of the comedy heap. As for the super finger, it continues to fight for the mediocre and those that are more loud than talented.
That's me. Up, up,